So the New York Liberty are looking terrible. They are looking absolutely terrible right now in a game where the Portland Fire absolutely, I'm not going to say they dominated from start to finish, but there was no stage in the game where it looked like the New York Liberty were going to run away with it. The Liberty clearly didn't have their full team, and I get that. No Leo Phoebish, no Benai Laney Hamilton, no Raquel Carrera, no Sabrina Ionescu, no Satu for half the game. But like, that being said, it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know when they're going to be healthy. Like, I don't know when they're going to be healthy. I don't know what's going on. I really am like, I'm not 1,000% sure what is happening with this team, whether they'll figure it out. But if you look here, like obviously Liberty had a decent chunk of a lead. They had a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. And then Carla Lake just walks them down. Carla Lake and co just walks them down. Like if you're looking here, like the Portland Fire then get a 7-point lead. And it was a tough one. You're looking again, 3-point percentage, 2% better. Better effective field goal percentage for the Liberty. But like, Stu Gilgeous-Alexander was kind of the only reason this was a game, for being real. Like, Stu Gilgeous-Alexander is probably the main reason why this was a game in the first place. Like, if you're looking at this here, like, Stewie shot 15 of 17 with the free throw line. They won the free throw battle 26-14. I get that. Like, I'm not going to say that, I don't even think that the refs were, like, unbelievable whistle for Stewie. I think they still, they kind of messed up a call late in the game that could have changed it. But, like, Astier, I thought struggled. This is the first time I've looked at Astier and I'm like, this is a bad game. It's the first time in her career I've been like, okay, this is a bad game for Astier. But at the same time, like, everyone being like, oh yeah, you know, she shouldn't be treated as a rookie because she's, you know, this overseas, she's been playing overseas for so long. I was like, well, like, she also is younger than Dugalich, Marta Suarez, and she's 2 years younger than Georgia Amor. So, am I right in saying that? Maybe a year younger than Georgia Amor? I think is Georgia Amor 01 or 2000? I have no idea. Either a year or 2 years younger than Amor. But, like, Satu, I get it. Satu played 3 minutes. She looked like she couldn't move. Like, she looked like she could not move. And I would be very, very concerned if I was a Liberty fan, purely because Satu looks like it's a bad signing. I said at the very start of the year, I was like, oh, I can't believe the Liberty got Satu for Lexi Hull money. Maybe that was her going rate. Was Lexi Hull money. Maybe Satu's going rate was just that. Her going rate happened to be like a 800k contract. Maybe other teams saw the fact that she's just kind of bad at everything on the court. It's kind of bad, like, as in other than scoring. And she doesn't play with a high motor. And is coming off a super mega concussion and was not in shape. And maybe other teams saw that. Maybe other teams have seen that, like, maybe it's just not worth it's just not worth it to, like, to pick her up. If you're looking at, again, at Beck Allen, she was a non-factor. Like, Julie Van Loo's not currently with this team, is she? Neither is Alex Fowler. Okay. Why is Anneli Maley not on the box score? Did Anneli Maley not play yesterday? I'm using a different kind of system here for this because I find it easier to go through and I think it's a little more accurate. It gives you a little more information at ESPN. But Anneli Maley not appearing on the box score is a bit odd. That being said, Like Hanju, I thought actually looked pretty okay. Stewie was not great. Maureen Johannes turned the ball over quite a bit down the stretch of the game, but it's like, are we relying now on Maureen Johannes being an all-star, playing like an all-star? She's a minimum contract player. And I get it. She's a really good minimum contract player. Like, we're not going to pretend that she's not. We're not going to pretend Maureen Johannes is a bad basketball player. That being said, she's not a point guard. She's a luxury player. And in my opinion, Jonquel Jones has probably regressed more than any player I've seen this year. Like, I have been, my internet's kind of down, but for me, Jonquel, it seems like she is being probably one of the worst, the biggest regressions in a player. And look, if Satu's not going to get in shape, if Jonquel Jones is going to continue to be just another player, like, a lot of the time you're working off the assumption that Jonquel is going to be Jonquel. But if it turns out that no, Jonquel is not going to be Jonquel, a game's going to end like this. Like, to act like they weren't in control. They're up 61-58. They're up 59-55, and all of a sudden you're looking Sarah Ashley Barker, Meg Gustafson, and down the stretch, Carla Lake Cooking. Like, it's a concern. It is a legitimate concern for the New York Liberty. And look, there are positives, and you could always say they're missing Benigel Hamilton, they're missing this player, they're missing that player. But, like, how long are we going to say that? They're 3-4. And that is it's a not insurmountable position, but they don't have it easy the next couple of games. And maybe when it all clicks, they're going to be great. But Stewie is still an MVP candidate, but she has lost a step a little bit. And the shots coming back a little bit, I guess. Astia is a very good backup point guard. Maureen Johannes can do great things. They're just not healthy. They're just not a healthy team. Like, the one player that comes on and puts in a shift and, like, is a hustle player is Annalie Maley. So, yeah, I would be concerned. I'm very, very concerned about the New York Liberty. I don't think they're terrible, but I'm at this stage, I am concerned. I'm not going to lie. So, anyway, that's the video. See you guys.